You know, if there was one thing that I wish I did or wish I learned at the very beginning of my trading journey that I wish I learned sooner, it would be to understand that not trading is trading. That sometimes the right move is to do nothing. No entry, no forecast, no guess. Just watching the market move and letting it pass because the conditions I needed and you need, because you're going to follow this as well, aren't there. I know it sounds simple, just sitting back and sitting on your hands when nothing's there, but it's not. When you are learning, when you are a new trader, you're trying to move forward and you're constantly trying to prove something, that you understand the setup, that you're improving, that you're not missing anything, that you can make it work, you make some mistakes. And so instead of waiting, you take action, and that creates a habit of trading just to trade. But here's something I realized. Every time I took a trade that didn't meet my criteria, even just slightly off, I wasn't just risking money, I was more specifically undoing the discipline I developed beforehand. Every unnecessary trade made it harder to trust myself the next time. The more I did it, the more of that waiting felt like I was doing nothing. Okay, but in reality, waiting is doing something. When you skip a bad trade, you're protecting your stats. When you're protecting your confidence, you're keeping your system clean and tidy. You're showing that you actually believe in your own trading rules. And that is really what builds the identity as a trader. Not what you trade, but what you skip. So why do new traders, why do we struggle with this? We confuse activity with progress. We think more trades means more experience, but that's not necessarily true. Only qualified trades will build experience. Everything else is just noise. Everything else is emotional, and everything else weakens your edge. Now, you are going to take unqualified trades as part of your learning experience, but eventually you will stop doing that, and you will just start taking the best trades possible. So here's what you actually need to do sooner. Here's what I wish I did sooner. I should have practiced watching price with no intention of trading, just watching a pair from start to finish, seeing how the session develops, marking when my session or when my setup doesn't show up, and being okay with that, because that is exactly how you build patience. You build it by practicing it, not trying to feel it. And so if you can sit through 3 hours of charts without taking a trade and feel absolutely nothing, that's how you know you're on the right track, because now you're not there to chase setups, but you're here to follow the process. And that shift from chasing to waiting is really what separates the beginners from the professionals.